Hello, my people. Hello, Africa. How are you all doing? Hey, guys, this is a special video series and a special request from one of you guys. Today, I'll be talking about, um, I'll be analyzing the grain market in Africa. And I will also be telling you guys the opportunities that we have in the grain market for those who are interested. Okay. So, we're going to be having analysis of the grain markets, the import-export production statistics, and top consumers in Africa and how you can get started. Now, as I said earlier, this video is coming from a comment one of you dropped, one of my followers. Guys, as I said, keep dropping your comments because if you drop a comment, I'll do a video based on that. So this is a video series coming from this comment by ABCD. I don't know what the name is, but that's the name. So he said, can you please do a video series on various commodities markets in Africa, like grain market, scrap metal, agro product, fruit market, and how to do business there? So guys, this is for you. I don't know if you're going to come back to watch. Hope you subscribe. But as I always say, if you watch my videos, drop me your comments of the kind of videos you want me to do around Africa. And I'll take out time, do some research, and do that video just okay. And of course, I hope one day you're going to buy me coffee. The links are in the description box below, guys. Go click them. All right. So let's start by looking at the grains market in Africa. The first grain that is widely or highly consumed in Africa is maize, followed by rice, wheat, sorghum, and millet. Of course, there are so many other grains, but I just picked out the top 5 most highly consumed grains. In fact, almost in everything we do in Africa, you're going to have one of these grains inside, from pastries to our traditional meals to daily food, table food, all of these things, you're going to have one of these grains inside. So it is highly consumed in Africa. Now let's look at the consumption in millions metric tons. Like, how much is each of these consumed per and that's per year annually? So maize is consumed. We have maize is consumed at 100 million metric tons per year. That's an annual consumption. Guys, these are just averages, okay? And remember that this will vary based on the year. So it's just an average over time that I'm trying to analyze here. And then we're going to have like rice. There's 90 million metric tons consumed in Africa every year. And then we have wheat, which is 40 million metric tons. Sorghum, 35 million metric tons. And millet, 25 million metric tons consumed annually in Africa. Okay, now let's look at the local production versus imported. Like, some of these grains are produced, in fact, all of these grains are produced in Africa. So here is the statistics. Maize is produced at 80%, like 80 million metric tons is produced in Africa, and 20 million metric tons are imported. For rice, we have 60 million metric tons produced locally and 30 million metric tons imported. For sorghum, we have 25 million locally and 10 million imported. Millet, 20 million tons produced locally and 5 million metric tons imported. And then wheat, 15 million versus 25 million. Like, wheat is, much of wheat is imported and it is produced locally. Now, when we look at the corn statistics, let's look at maize consumption statistics a year in Africa, and which countries do consume this grain the most in Africa. Nigeria consumes one of the highest. Like, Nigeria consumes 20 million metric tons of maize in a year, followed by South Africa, Kenya, Tanzania, and Ethiopia. Now, let's just look at some other statistics about maize production in Africa. Maize production in Africa was around 75 million tons in 2018, representing 7.5% of world maize production. Maize occupies approximately 24% of farmland in Africa, and the average yield stagnates at around 2 tons per hectare per year. Okay? And now going to rice, of course, Nigeria is still the highest consumer of rice in Africa, followed by Egypt, Madagascar, Senegal, and Cote d'Ivoire. Now let's go to sorghum. Sorghum, of course, Nigeria. I mean, you can already know that the reason why Nigeria is one of the highest consumer is because Nigeria has the population. Okay, so you realize that Nigeria is still the first for sorghum consumption, and then we have Sudan, Ethiopia, Mali, and then Burkina Faso. So having millet of course is one of the least consumed. We are having Nigeria as the highest consumer of millet, and then you have Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso, and then Senegal. Then moving to wheat. Wheat, of course, it's more consumed by Egypt, Algeria, Morocco, Nigeria, and Tunisia. Now the question is, what are the business opportunities for anyone who wants to invest in this in the grain market in Africa? Now, we are going to be looking at the value chain here. We have, in the value chain, we have producers, traders, processors, and retailers. Like, where do you want to come in? Now, our advice that a lot of people might want to come in at the level of production, like you come buy a big farmland and then you set up your production center, like you plant and then you grow these grains. Okay, you produce these grains. Now, this presents a very big opportunity in Africa. Why? Because there is a lot of arable land in Africa that you can use. And of course, labor comes in far cheaper. And of course, you can just produce in large quantities. But what you have to do is bring in the machines, okay, so that you can go industrial. Of course, there's also opportunities in trading, like just buying and selling or importing and selling, okay? So if you have the capacity to have very big transport network, you can also transport and logistics. You can also get involved in trading of grains of this the above mentioned grain. The third place where you can come in is at the level of processors. Now, processors are people who either buy from traders or producers and transform these grains into another product, like some kind of transportation. So there is a huge opportunity at this level, and you can just transform, set up your industry, set up your factory, and you transform grains into some kind of more consumable products, and then you resell. And another area you can come in is as a retailer, like you buy from either producers, traders, or processors, and then you retail to the mass market. There is a huge business opportunity at this level, guys. So if you want to get involved in any of these, hey, you know what to do, right? Contact us. The numbers are on the screen, and we are going to help you. We are on WhatsApp, on call, and anytime you get to us, I will get back to you. Okay. Now let's look at. Okay. Now with that, guys, I now come to the end of my video. Thank you so much for watching. And as I said earlier, if you want me to talk about any just like any part of business in Africa, just any topic, drop it in the comment section below, and I'll pick that comment. I will do a video for you. You can reach me on WhatsApp or on a call, and we can we can get to talk more. Thank you so much for watching. And if this is your first time here, guys, hey, don't go away without clicking on the red subscribe button below, because when you click on the subscribe button and you also turn on the notification bell, anytime we upload a new video, you will be the first to know. I hope you're going to buy me a coffee someday. The links are in the description box below. Thanks so much. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.